It's all community. It's not just Kansas City. It's a connection that real human beings see in real human beings. And when you have a passion about something and you give it your all, you're going to find those other human beings in life that kind of connect to you in the same frequency that you're on.
This is the first year for Warriorfest. A lot of the guys came from great distances to be here and put it together. A lot of good music, a lot of good comedy acts, a lot of people coming together to support a pretty sweet cause. Based on the energy and happenings tonight, I'd say there's going to be more.
Again, cheers to All-Star Bar and Grill for allowing Warriorfest to be here. All you veterans, all your first responders, all your citizens of the United States that showed up tonight, thank you so much for your time and your love. This next song is called Moment. Let's all live in the moment together. Come on, let's do this.
Everybody deals with grief, and honestly, we were kind of formed out of that. Like the band was kind of a therapy session, if you will, and here we are. Life's a struggle, man. Everybody's got different issues. You know, some people deal with depression. Some people deal with PTSD from
a suicide,
or even a fire, or like losing a family member. You name it. You know, everybody you ever met or ran across in life is dealing with something. And the hardest part of dealing with something is actually accepting it and realizing how it changes you and accepting it, man. And at the end of the day, like I said, that's what made this band pretty much, is just taking hard times and trying to find a way to express it and turn a shitty situation into a good one.
Everybody can be a human being and see the better cause of humanity. You know, no matter what it is, religion, sexual preference, creed, color, whatever, it doesn't matter, just being a human being. I appreciate like the old school soldier that World War I, World War II, Vietnam, that came back home and had successful businesses. Yeah, they saw the worst of the worst, but at the same time, they had it worse than the modern day soldier.
This is the first Warriorfest, and it will be back next year. The support from All-Star, Jesse booking the bands, like every band that's here has a reason why they wanted to be here. You know, nobody's making a lot of money from this, at least us, no one's making any money. You know, it's all about the charity, the nonprofit, the awareness. The Warrior Outdoors Veterans Association is about helping vets reconnect with the outdoors and, you know, outdoor activities, fishing, hunting, biking, all that sorts of stuff. Music festivals is a part of that.
Justin was an inspiration, honestly, to a dearest old friend of mine who has passed away. He was a war vet, and he always listened to Justin, gave him inspiration to live on until he passed. I was his caregiver, and ever since then, especially having my own son, who's now in the Army, and previous family members, cousin and stuff that I have lost overseas, it's inspired me to come out here and sponsor, attend, and do anything I can to help these vets.
Backstory, Warriorfest has been like a 15-year dream for me. I, had the idea whenever I was in the Marine Corps, I wanted to do something to celebrate being a veteran. We're just like anybody else. We're normal people. Some of us deal with some problems that are abnormal, post-traumatic stress being a thing. I got involved with Warrior Outdoors, and then I met Jesse and the gang and pitched the idea to them. It was just kind of one of those, we were just talking, and they're like, let's do it. So Jesse took charge of the music side of it. It started out as being 3 bands and 2 hours for a 3-band set. And it's 2 days, 14 bands, the comedians from Comedy Vets, Veterans of Comedy, as well as Taylor Thompson, a friend of ours, Mojo Moji, Counterfeit, as I mentioned, In the Shadow, all these guys. I mean, it just, I'm truly humbled. We're raising money for Warrior Outdoors so that I can, here in Missouri, can take more veterans out on our activities to be able to help them cope. We found out that, different outdoor activities help people cope. I talked about taking a vet down to Oklahoma City for a Monster Jam show. It's pretty therapeutic whenever you're standing backstage inches away from a 1,700 horsepower monster. So that's what we do. That's why we do it. Because in the long run, we're losing 35 plus veterans a day to suicide. I'm a 2-time suicide survivor. I figured there's got to be a purpose for me somehow, somewhere. My co-host Richie, has kept me going whenever I didn't want to. It's just one of those things. The only people that really understand veterans, and this isn't a hit on the civilian populace, please do not take this as a hit on the civilian populace. The only people that understand veterans is other vets, is people who've been through the same situations. If you are a vet and you have stuff that you're holding inside, talk about it. Get it out. Write a song, write some lyrics. Go out and hunt, go out and fish, go out and get outdoors. Get in that peace and serenity of the outdoors that helps me personally so much. Find something as an outlet, because if you keep that stuff bottled up, it's going to end up hurting you. Obviously, you see my show's logo, the BB Nation guys. Counterfeit has signed it. The guys from Mojo Moji signed it. Haitian Crucible. And there's a lot of significance to this guitar, guys. I actually hung up my guitar and retired my singing voice about 4.5 years ago. Music has always been a big outlet for me, and so the guys at Counterfeit got together and got me this guitar, and I write lyrics all the time. I call myself a lyricist. I do a little bit of motivational speaking, and that was kind of where my jump off point was. I was like, well, I've got a voice. I'm going to use it for something, and so I started speaking. I started using my show and everything that I do as a way to speak and hopefully help somebody. If I do a crowd of one, and that one person takes something out of what I say, that's everything. Everybody knows that, there's that one song that you're in the car and it turns on, and all of a sudden you look down and you're doing 95 mile an hour. Music has the power to heal and move people, and that's the significance of this. This has the power. To me, this one guitar has more power than any rifle, any bullet, any ammunition, any weapon in the world. They say the pen's mightier than the sword. I say that musical instruments are mightier than the sword, because one single guitar riff, one single drum beat can get you going to the point where you're ready to go and conquer the world. And that's the one thing I want to say. And there's two little young boys in here, and I looked at them, I said, you know what? I hung up my dream years ago, and because of Counterfeit, I'm going to pick it back up. Follow your dreams. Fight for what you believe in, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life.